Good morning. Good morning. It's a big day. We have FOMC speaker at 9 o'clock, which has been going on for 28 minutes now. We have FOMC minutes, 2 o'clock, and we have Nvidia earnings, which pretty much all eyes are on Nvidia earnings. Should be fun. What's the theme, though? We talked about it a little bit last night in the chat. Got some weird answers. Makes me think that sometimes y'all don't listen. But what do we have going on here? We have a higher acceptance level of resistance to get back into the distribution zone from October to February, right here. So all of this right here is our February acceptance zone from February until October. You see it, a support resistance flip from 6,000 up to 6,240. It was a 240 point range we stayed in for 4+ months. That is the next distribution zone, or the acceptance zone from the distribution that we need to pay attention to. Once we recapture 59.92, 59.90, let's call it, from May 19th, that'll be the indication to start absorbing all of this. Going into the summer months, sorry about that. Going into the summer months, it's very likely that this area will be attacked. Heck, it could be attacked this afternoon, right after Nvidia earnings. Right now, the IV is pricing in a 6% move on Nvidia. 6% is really not much in terms of the earnings moves that we're used to, but that's what's being priced in. The past 4 earnings has resulted in a down move for Nvidia. We haven't had a green move from Nvidia post-earnings since May of 2024, 1 year ago. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? It's been on a crazy grind bull rally. We still have not had a profit-taking drop since Friday afternoon. It's been straight up now. Straight up since Friday afternoon. Not a single retreat. Worth noting. Hold on, I got to bring up my cameras. Got the last crew finishing up before I move in about 8 days. All right, we're ready to go here. Got chart lost audio. Typical book map or a Discord. So what do we see here on the 5-15 longer term stuff? We're consolidating here at 59.40. We still have an imbalance up at 59.60. And then the Big Mac Daddy, which was what we just talked about, at 59.90. So yeah. I will be adding TLT today, guaranteed 100%. And it'll be another probably 10,000. To average down. And that'll bring my total to 30,000 worth of TLT shares once I add today's 10,000. Man, we may need to stop doing morning streams if it's this dead in the mornings now. Probably let's change it to power hour or something. Just here, nothing going on. Yeah. Yeah, it has been. You know, yesterday, very slow, grindy stuff to the upside. Non, just much very relentless, slow grind all the way up. TLT in the bond market, do you have any forethought? Yeah, absolutely. I think there's going to be a massive rotation into bonds. Massive rotation. And it's coming. It's going to happen. I could nearly guarantee, and I don't use the word guarantee very much in the world of trading at all, basically. But the long play on TLT will guaranteed play out. It's just a matter of timing and a matter of wading through all the crap. Now, the TLT long play, although nice, it'll make some money. You know, we'll probably net 30-40% of it. The protection that the TLT play offers, when we're going to be making 20 to 30% when everyone else is getting destroyed, that's the real value in that play. Putting money in a low risk upside potential of the bond market, while the equities market is going to get destroyed because that money has to rotate out of the stocks and go into the bonds. That's the real value in the play. Do you think it's worth doing a leap on TLT? I personally would not, just because the timing aspect of it. This is not a play that I want to focus on timing. This is a play I just want to hit the gas pedal, average in a Monos Erebus. So now, if you want to do that and you want to manage the play, by all means, it's a great opportunity. But I would rather just buy the stock and hands off. I am long. I'm not. I'm only long 20,000 now, but after today it'll be 30,000. Not 30,000 shares, $30,000 into TLT, and I'll be adding my third position today. Definitely. All right. Things are super slow. Let's go to spot gamma. Still climbing up, new high. The bulls are going to continue to press this until Nvidia earnings. The momentum is incredibly strong, which makes me a little bit skeptical going into Nvidia earnings because this is euphoric, and there's if you notice, there's people. Although there are some put positions on Nvidia, there are some people putting on some extraordinarily far outside the money call positions on Nvidia too. I'm talking like 210, 160, 180, a whole bunch of strikes higher. Which obviously, if Nvidia went to 200, which it won't, but if it did, I mean, the market would freaking fly. But it's going to be interesting few months. Am I looking out for levels we could chop between FOMC minutes or Nvidia earnings? Possibly, yeah. But right now we just broke over the weekly high, and looks like we're going to head back up to 59.90. It's only 40 points away, and we are going on what 72 hours straight of not a single pullback. Well, one pullback. I guess we had that little pullback yesterday morning, right at the open there. So it's very strong, very sustainable bull action here. But and I'll probably add TLT here in a few minutes. And I'll post it. Although I never posted my second entry. I need to post that too. For all my pattern traders. There you go. TLT, baby. The longest, largest bear market in history for the bonds. Never been done before. But look at all that volume coming in at the lows. Can you imagine? Think about this. We're VPA traders, at least some of us are. I don't have any squiggly lines on my chart, so, whatever, take it for what it is. But we are now in a 2-year accumulation period for TLT. Why do I know this is accumulation? Look at that volume at the lows. We had mediocre to average volume until we hit these lows at November 2023. So we're going on a 2-year accumulation phase. What's up, Bandit? Man, the YouTube chat's more busy than the Discord chat. Am I looking out for levels? Yeah, so the 59.90 is going to be my topside level. Yeah. It's going to be my topside level. And then after that, we'll look for accumulation or absorption into the higher. What about a straddle or strangle on Nvidia? I don't like it. Just because the IV right now is only pricing at a 6% move. So you have to ask a lot out of the Nvidia moves to get that, which right now, historically, they haven't been doing it. It's not a good play. It's not a good play. I would rather write premium on earnings than long premium. In other news, I started out, because I'm an affiliate now of Take Profit Trader, I tried out one of their accounts and I ended up passing it. So, yeah, tomorrow I'll be live, or not live, but I'll have a funded Take Profit Trader account. I'll let y'all know how that goes, but their payout seems to be really good. Not to mention they're offering some pretty good discounts right now. I'll let you know how that goes. But if you want to take advantage of the deal they're offering me, you can look in the affiliate link channel and get that link. And what I intend to do is get further discounts that are even deeper than what you can get on the public, as well as free accounts. We talked about that yesterday, where I can give out some free accounts for people who actually are putting forth the effort to become better traders and follow the rules that we do here. I was going to ask how you do handle the intraday trailing drawdown on TPT. Well, I mean, fortunately enough, I haven't had to deal with it yet. I passed this one pretty quick. Yeah, it took me 3 days to pass it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know if it may be something I don't like. I figured I can't be an affiliate of a prop firm if I don't have an account with them, so tried it out. Best strategy for Nvidia earnings is iron and condor close. I agree. I agree. It's very, very similar to Top Step. Like their eval rules, or you can't trade more than the $75,000 account. You can't trade more than 9 contracts. Can't go below the trailing drawdown, of which case it's 4,500. And then you can't hold positions past 5 o'clock. So it's all pretty much the exact same. So, pretty much the exact same. I thought TPT was a minimum of 5 days. Maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, I hit the dollar amount, but if it is 5 days, then I'll have 2 more days to trade. Same day, yeah. The same day payouts was what is what I really liked about it. The fact that you can take that. We'll see. TLT. Yeah, it is 5 days trading. You're right. So I'll have 2 more days after today. What time is Nvidia earnings after close? Let's take a look. Nvidia. What right at 320. 320. TPT is the #1 prop firm, hands down. Nice, Deshaun. I'll look forward to seeing how they go. Oh, man. What do you think about Nvidia earnings? I think this one will be interesting. There seems to be a lot of hype around Nvidia earnings this time around, especially going into the summer months, especially after all this bullishness. So it'll be interesting to watch. So far, Nvidia has been underperforming the rest of the market. They've been pretty much flat now for over a year, well over a year. And like I said, the past 4 earnings reactions have been, or three earnings reactions have been negative, despite the fact that they've been beating. And I think a lot of that has to do with the forward-looking guidance. So, again, same as always. We're not going to be necessarily looking at the data posting. We're going to be looking at their forward guidance. What do they expect to see with all the new stuff that we've had to deal with this year? Still coming off 59.40 on ES. Did Nvidia get caught buying massive amounts of their own chips to pad the numbers? I did hear something about that. It was a while ago, though. But I don't know. I don't pay too close attention to that. So a nice little 15-minute top wick here after a peak above and then roll back over. 59.42 on ES. This is that first peak above the weekly highs that we're getting. And all of this in balance. So the big imbalance here. I was hoping to get that in balance at 59.56. We came a couple of points short of it before rolling over. That would have been a beautiful short point right here. That's a very large imbalance from all that crap that happened last Wednesday. What's up, Toolman? If this is boring, y'all, man, then y'all just wait. Y'all aren't going to make it when the volatility leaves. Y'all would have died in 2018. This is looks like TLT downtrend is breaking. Yeah, buddy, we're about to load in some TLT. What's up, Checkering? How you doing? Nice little red sweep coming back over. Might follow that debit call spread with just a long call. Beautiful. Nice little down tick here. So they're quickly approaching this lower end of the range after almost just coming short of my imbalance. I'd love to have get a short off that 1566. But they do have, of course, this little bit of channel they're facing. They just pulled up just short of it. If they take out this, you play the imbalance down to 5919. Nice and easy stuff. How low do you see the 30-year going? I hope low. You know, right now, the 30-year has been on a freaking tear. If you look here. The whole point, and interesting, I think Lib posted it yesterday, is that the biggest builder in the country came out and posted that J-Pow, it's time for J-Pow to cut rates. And interesting point, because if one of the biggest builders in the country is saying that stuff, then he's probably feeling the pressure. And J-Pow is not going to really start getting into the big, heavy cuts, especially the emergency cuts, until blood is in the streets, until things are starting to fail, until, a.k.a., his pockets are not being lined anymore. Looks like it's time for food talk. Yeah. Yeah, how is... Oh, yeah, no, Woodloot said everything's good, so... Yeah. All right, still coming off here. What do you mean, how is the pockets being lined? Dude, you know me. She's officially not pregnant. Beautiful. I don't trust anybody in the government. Nice. Congratulations, Woodloot. You can breathe lightly. I was just wondering where you went. I haven't heard from you in a while. Isn't it great after you have a scare like that? You wake up like the birds are chirping, the sun's shining a little bit brighter. All of a sudden, all your problems just seem a little bit less stressful, less important. I would have been down for a kid, but I'm cool either way. Oh, there you go. Yeah. That full port loss doesn't bother you anymore. Yeah. I had a girl April Fool's me one time with the pregnancy test. I was freaking. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been good. That's not a cool joke. All right, so we are testing below the obvious overnight little minor range here. If they take this out, we're coming on down to the overnight low, 5918. I went to the store to get some Gabagoo, ended up with Walmart brand Yabba Dabba Doo. Your voice is cutting out. Is that the same for everybody or just you? Having kids is the greatest thing in the world. It absolutely is. 100% is. This morning I had an egg sandwich cooking contest with my middle son. My middleest kid. I won, of course, but he's getting better. He's almost got me. I'm making me an egg sandwich. 5 by 5. I don't know. So what's the 30-minute presenting? I'm going to switch this over for you. I have officially downloaded out OBS, by the way. Now I need to get acclimated to it and get it working. So I'm going to be switching over to that shortly. And of course, content production is about to kick off here in a couple of weeks. Not even. Looking forward to that. I need some eggs, yeah, buddy. I'm definitely not an expert on the whole Japan carry trade, but every time it looks like it's going to break down, something happens to keep it from getting too bad. Not really going to consider it a macro thesis like I have been. Maybe that's an effect on things. Maybe it doesn't. Well, I think it's one of those things that eventually it's going to play out. Eventually it's going to have its effect, but when and where, we don't know. I don't think anyone's really truly smart enough to know when. It's just planning for it. I got out of the video, got back in. Beautiful. Nice little sweeping top wick still holding. How is Tesla holding up here after this? So beautiful. So 354 break on Tesla still heading into 370, and then ultimately I believe we'll continue on here. Do I think Tesla's going to continue to break out or break down? Well, this whole expansion range was right at 354, as we talked about yesterday. And once it holds 355, 400, 420. But Tesla's been on a rampage. I've been long biased since down here on this green square, simply because of the emotional aspect of Tesla. People wanted Tesla to fall so badly. They wanted Elon to fail so badly that Tesla was only going to go up. And here we are at 361, right into 420. That's what I think. Until the shorting stops, will Tesla keep going up? Just took out 59.35. Now we're going to target overnight lows of 18, all the way down. I really wish we could have got that 56, but there you go. News at 10 a.m., 100%. Yep. We also have FOMC minutes this afternoon at 2 o'clock. News today is going to be the Richmond Manufacturing Index, because Michigan consumer is not enough. We need Richmond now, which I've never seen this one, so I don't know what this is. It's a one-star event, though. I guess Richmond, north of Richmond. I was thinking of a June 6, 400 call on Tesla. I like it. I like it. VIX once again attempted to break below this area and defending again. Still holding the upper 17s. GameStop's making a comeback. It's 59.30. Large sweeping top wick on the 30-minute. This is the first sweeping top wick you've had on the 30 in a while, at least to this magnitude. So we'll see if this one actually holds to at least the pre-market levels. But overall, just waiting on the macro stuff. Top wick still coming over. We have 440 million of sold calls and 580 million of bought puts. So they are selling calls up here and buying puts, at least until the big thing. Until the big thing. Join late, morning fam. Did you banana into that short or waiting for a long macro setup? I'm tiptoeing in, but in terms of the big stuff, I'm really looking for the big macro swing. That's why I'm just kind of chilling. The past couple of weeks, past couple of days, it's been very low trading frequency. So I'm just looking for the macro pivots, baby. But I did pass a TPT account. I got to get on your level. I need like 20 funded accounts across 10 different prop firms pulling out millions of dollars. Oh, me and the old lady quote. Oh, yeah. That's a great one. It's a great one. That's right. A little bit of top wick here. You see the volume shelf on the 15. And then the transit area down to 58.82. I suspect, though, that once volume does hit, this little bitty range we had yesterday will completely be eaten up. Low volume pumps always get eaten up, especially back to the imbalance. They are aggressively selling calls here. So I would say, at best case, we will have an inside range day. Worst case, we're going to give back at least half of yesterday's move going into Nvidia, based on the data I'm seeing now. 75 account futures. We'll see, though. We'll see. Where do I monitor sales of calls versus puts? I use Hero. Which is SpotGamma's tool. HIRO. It's on SpotGamma's alpha. Man, look at these. Look at this 1 minute price action yesterday and today. Just atrocious. Look at this. Nonsense, grindy action. And then now they're doing it again. Just slow absorption. Do I recommend using a prop firm, and if so, which one? I'm thinking about trading futures. Do I recommend using a prop firm? That's a loaded question. I can answer both sides of that. I can answer for yes and I can answer for no. It really depends on who you are as a person. If you approach trading as a prop firm as gambling, if you approach trading a prop firm as gambling, and you don't have a system and you're trading EMAs and you're trading all the other nonsense, then Don't even waste your money and your time. You're never going to be profitable and you're going to get destroyed. All you're going to do is cause yourself frustration. You're just going to make the prop firm earners rich. Reset after reset after reset. If you have a system and you just don't have the scratch to put together your own account yet, and you're consistent enough where you have a decent system you can build on, and you know how to control your emotions, yeah, by all means, try out a prop firm. See if you can pull out, $5,000 or $10,000. I think it's the best way for a trader who knows what they're doing to pull out 5 or 10 grand and start their own account. So, yeah, that's my spiel on them. They can be a fantastic tool, but they can also be grossly abused. Trust me, I've seen it in my DMs. Still just kind of hovering here. Like I said, I don't see a lot of bullishness on the data right now. I don't. They're selling a egregious amount of calls, which is changing the deltas here. So I could definitely see a move down to 59.18 or down in this, at least in this area here. I would say best case scenario for the bulls, we're going to have a range day. Worst cases are going to give back the overnight range, if not more. Again, we still have a lot of data this afternoon. I've only pulled out about $1,500 of props, made some dumb moves, and killed my second prop account a few months ago. I basically broke even, maybe a slight profit with all the resets. Taking a break on the props. There you go. There you go. I just see so many people who don't even understand PD2 rules trying to navigate prop firm regulations. You're just asking to get got. Yeah. Man, it's just the general trading things. It's part. I'll be completely honest with you, man. It's part of my need for a break. It's not only the trading side of things. It's just dealing with the constant egos with trading of people who have no idea what they're doing, who try to make it seem like they're experts. It's just I need a break from it all. I don't do well with ego. I'm not that type of guy. I've been around the baddest dudes on the planet. And when I see the baddest dudes on the planet who are humble, and then I see some jabroni who doesn't know how to trade, thinks that he is King Kong, it makes me want to punch him. It makes me want to punch a wall. So it's the people who don't know how to manage emotions, with the egos, and people who don't know what they're doing, especially with prop firms. And then, of course, seeing the other side of things, where people are literally ruining their lives with gambling with options or prop firms in general. Like I said, I've seen one guy spend over $100,000 in a year on prop firm resets, and this is not someone who makes a lot of money. It's a big struggle. It's a big struggle. So if you are, like I said, if you are going to use PDT on prop firms, I don't know why I say PD. If you are going to use prop firms, you have to treat it as if what it is. It's a tool to make something that you already have profitable, more profitable. And then the second you hit that threshold, so you can put together 5 or 10 grand in a prop, you pull it out, you put it in an account. Lock in your profits. Every single rule in a prop firm has nothing to do with trying to make you a better trader. It's everything to do with keep you from being profitable, to make you go through the process of resetting so they can make money, to pay for your payouts. So once you understand that, you'll be a little bit more protective. I think it's a weird part of the growth phase as a trader. You go through that I know it all phase and eventually you get humbled and shut your mouth. 100%. That's why, that right there is exactly why, if you are egotistical, there's zero chance you're profitable. Zero chance. Because you haven't been through the process of that yet. You haven't been humbled. And if you haven't been humbled, you haven't been trading long enough. I have a system and I trade options with my cash account. I was just wondering if I should use a prop firm for futures until I'm successful with a fake account. But we know how that goes. Until I understand futures more, that should have said. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you want to put down, $50 to $100, depending on which firm you go with for a prop firm, and do it once and just kind of test it, by all means, man. If you are a good enough trader and you have a system, you can turn that $50 or $100 into $20,000, if not more. 100% do it. But do not, absolutely do not blow up an account, reset, blow up an account, reset. You're going to kill yourself emotionally doing that stuff. Don't do it. Absolutely don't do it. Humbled. Yep. We're all humbled, man. We're all humbled. We're going to come back, baby. That $100 could turn you into the next. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You're back, baby. I love it. Love it. Grinding back over here. Very tight price action. No bounces yet. Today is Bookmap Day. I do have to hop off a little bit sooner, though, because I have to speak with the Bookmap people about some software changes. And then, of course, we will be on. So, when I am live on the Bookmap, I'll post the links here. It'll be about 10 minutes, so bear with me. I'll post it on the YouTube. I'll post it in the Discord, and we'll go from there. So, but we are breaking lower. And we'll come back and look for the overnight levels of 59.18, 59.20. I haven't had a look on props. I've been doing normal stock purchasing and I have way more success than less trades. There you go. Beautiful. It's 100% the way to do it, man. They are still selling calls. In fact, they are selling as many calls as they have purchased puts. 790 million sold calls, 800 million of purchased puts today. They're aggressive negative deltas on calls. My trading was down 30% all the time at the time I joined, but I've been clawed back to being at 8%. Beautiful. I love it, McGurky. I appreciate your daily commentary and your input. It's funny because although the streams have gotten smaller from about 400 people down to about 100, 120, the quality people have remained for the most part. The people who have actually been able to tough it out the past 4 years, which is about the normal attrition rate. That's about what it should be. Lost 50K, started back with over 10. Love it. We are still just grinding lower here, very slow. I want to be in the quality people group. You're definitely in the quality people group. You're definitely. What is this MOT checkering? You're not pumping another community here, are you? That trading, whatever it is, in your profile. The Discord tag? I don't know what that is. New feature. I was so hooked on the gamble and the excitement of up 30% in a day or down 50 an hour. Both ways were so excited. Should I be playing IRA account though? Yeah, that's not a place to learn. 100%. So, was this the obvious play? Not paying attention until I saw it reject from the same 10-point range from the top. I was looking for the liquidity sweep at 59.56 on the yes. I wasn't tracking NASDAQ at the time. But, yeah, the 59.56 was the play. What year of trading did I become full-time? I've never really become full-time trading. Never. Not to say I haven't been profitable, because I have been. But I've never gone full-time because I didn't want to. I love my career. I had the best career in the world. And trading was something I did to augment my long-term investments. Which I recommend, unless you are absolutely killing it. I do not recommend going full-time trading. There's too much stress involved with it. And, yeah, I like multiple sources of income. Breaking lower here, 59.26 off of the retest at 35. Very, very slow and grindy, though. Can we do a Gabagoo tag? I would love to do that. I've lost 30K and made it back. Try not to give it back. Any trades today? Yeah. I'm riding this down a little bit. And then, of course, I've told everyone else that I'm putting my third leg into TLT today as well. We're buying our third tranche into TLT. I think people who work hard and treat trading like 9 to 5 are going to get crushed. Like in business, it's about the small number of high-quality decisions. Yep. Get your trade and then you leave. 100%. In my opinion, trading is freedom to me. And that doesn't mean freedom to quit everything and sit here and trade. It means freedom to do whatever I want. Freedom to put that one trade on and go get another job or go start a business or spend more time with my kids or whatever. Anything on your stop loss. So in my opinion right now, if you are short on the S&P, remember this is very slow, very grindy price action. So you don't want a high volume fluctuation to kill you right now. So in my opinion, your stop needs to be approximately 59.36. That'll allow the market to climb through resistance and prove that we are in fact done with any red and stop you out of the position. That's what I'm trying to build, freedom. Yep. Yeah, people think freedom is being able to buy whatever you want. What freedom actually is being able to go pick up your kids from school without asking your boss for time off. That's true freedom. Yeah, being able to say no. How about NASDAQ? NASDAQ, for me, if you're short on NASDAQ, which I am not, I would look for anywhere around the 500 mark, depending on what you truly want to do. When this thing creeps back up here, and if it takes out 488, that's going to be acceptance of the SR flip. So the support resistance is going to be right here on NASDAQ, 21,490. If it accepts 490 and starts to climb, you want to be out of that short. What do I think about a 9-0 TLT call 718? In my opinion, that's too aggressive. Well, the strike is not aggressive at all. The expiration is. So in my opinion, I would build. See, again, my TLT thesis may be different from yours, Trippy Mike. I'm in the long haul with TLT. I want time and trade, baby. I don't want theta decay to be a factor at all in my TLT process. Yeah, build a shares position, 100%. That's me personally. Me personally. I'm a gambler. I love it. I love it. Man, this price action is garbage. Still going lower. Mike needs a Gabagoo tag for show. Big players buy shares, use options to hedge. 100% accurate. I thought price action was perfect today, sold off nicely. Yeah, it's just slow. I made it right. I was looking for 59.56 for a short on ES. It came up a little bit short. I was able to still get in a small creeping position, but it's slow. You just gotta. That's why I'm saying if you are short the S&P, you have to place a stop commensurate with the liquidity, because any large amount of volume with this, you'll smoke the whole position in a second. So right now, until they accept lower prices, so if they accept under 59.25, then you can move your stop loss down to, well, I would say 59.32. Right now, hold it here. All right, so they just now accepted lower as we're talking, so I would roll it to 59.32 and hold the short position on the S&P. That's what you do. I mean, this is doing the exact opposite of yesterday. It's just lower lows. Very, very slow, very grindy, very low volume. They're selling the crap out of some deltas on the call side, which is not going to make for positive price action. I don't have the account to buy a lot of TLT, so I've been doing calls, but they don't expire until November, December. Hopefully, we get some movement by then to at least be profitable. I think it'll occur somewhere around that time frame. I think we're about to have some lessons learned in the next couple of years. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop over and get the bookmap stream started. It's going to take me a few minutes, so bear with me. I'll have the links posted within the next 5 to 8 minutes. And we'll continue the conversation over on the bookmap server and the bookmap YouTube channel. So just give me a minute. I'll be right back. If you are on the YouTube channel, by the way, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified when that link comes live, so you don't have to wait for the link.